The Coin Show Podcast. A podcast about coins and coin collecting from the perspective of both dealers and collectors. Hosted by two guys with a passion for collecting and a combined experience of over 50 years in the coin industry. Here's Matt Dinger and Mike Nottleman on The Coin Show Podcast.
It is episode 222 of the Coin Show Podcast. That's right. 3 2s.
Wow.
We win. 3 of a kind.
What's up, buddy?
Not a whole lot. On this episode of the Coin Show Podcast, we will welcome a new group that we support to the world of numismatics, and hopefully you guys will like them and support them too.
That's right.
Matt and I are going to do a coolest thing that walked into our shops this week. Whatever. As well as the usual just nonsense and other stuff going on. But first, as always, the news.
And the news is brought to us by...
You know, here's the thing. So this
Oh.
is your favorite part of the show. My
is.
favorite part of the show is the music that you play us in with.
Okay.
And we both stepped our game up this week.
Oh, okay. So who do you got?
So the news is brought to us by every single one of your lost socks. You might think we're lost or even stolen by others, but the truth is that we've escaped. You may as well give up because you'll never find us. Just saying, we're your lost socks.
I always thought the sock gnome took them.
No.
No.
Apparently, they felt compelled to give you the news.
They just get together and do the sock thing, right?
God,
Right.
forever. They've escaped.
I love it.
So the updated their website,
I saw
and
this.
there was much rejoicing.
Yeah, I know. This is cool. I read the story, and we're going to take a tour of the website, I assume. Is that what we're doing here?
If you like, that's fine. My thought about it is this. They updated it, about 6 years ago?
Yeah, not too awful long ago.
Not too long ago, but technology changes really fast. They have done it really well this time. It's very responsive. It's fast. You can go from place to place on it. It doesn't take a long time for things to load. It is just a really, really good website.
Yeah, I was looking at this, and, you know, it's a heck of a good-looking website. They put a lot of info, a lot of, the coin collecting learning opportunities. They talk about the summer seminar and their technical series. You know, it looks like there's a lot of information here, online learning. The webinars, tools for young
All
numismatists.
of the back copies of the numismatist. There are, you can set it up with your own dashboard. There's lots of different places for you to explore on this website. And like I said, the navigation of it's much more intuitive.
Yeah.
It just
Well, that's a sign of the times, my friend. The internet is an ever-changing place with new technology and new ways to use it coming along all the time.
well, you know what this says to me?
What's that?
This says to me that the first generation that actually grew up with computers is now finally coming up.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Because they're getting it right.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks nice. It looks like they did a good job, and it looks like money well spent, because I think this is a very attractive website. Hopefully it does what they want it to do.
Sure.
So
I mean, I don't know what they spent on it, but whatever they spent on it was worth it.
there you go.
A long-anticipated release will come this month from the U.S. Mint.
I know. This is all I've been hearing about in my office for the last 2 weeks now, are these coins.
Look, all I got to tell you is don't set things on pedestals, because next fall you'll be disappointed. The uncirculated version of the 2023 Morgan and Peace dollars will be released July 13th.
Mm-hmm.
And the proof versions will follow next month, and the reverse proof shortly after.
Yep.
So I have heard from somebody who actually saw the coins that the proofs are really, really nice.
Cool. That's what I was hoping. I was hoping they didn't screw that one up. I really was.
I mean, the unks we've seen,
Right.
right? The only thing I think that they The only thing I think they won't do differently, but that they might have, would be to have lowered the relief on the peace dollars,
Yeah. Wouldn't that be
which
funny?
they're not going to.
Wouldn't that be funny though? Like if they
It
did
would.
that.
I mean, it's a very attractive coin. They did it in a middle relief. They didn't really do it in the same relief as they did the 1921.
Right. That'd be funny though if they did that
But yeah,
for the same reason
absolutely.
that they did it.
You know, just lower the relief on it, just like they would.
It's pretty good.
I'll have to withhold my judgment on the reverse proofs. There's something about these coins that they just shouldn't be in reverse proof.
Well, but that's the thing. Like that's what the people want nowadays. That's the cool new thing, man. Reverse proofs. The last 10 or 12 years or so.
See, that seems to me to be like 20 years ago.
No.
That's when they first started developing them.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the first one that I remember seeing is that Eagle set that had the reverse proof Eagle in it. It was like, what,
Yeah, it was
08?
2006.
6? Oh, it was 6. Okay, so maybe it has been almost 20 years. Shut up.
That's what I'm saying.
Time flies, man.
They've got the enhanced, things where they can do different finishes on it. It's like, I think that is kind of, well,
maybe that'll be next year, friend.
maybe I'm ahead of I'd love to see it.
Maybe that'll be
I
next
don't know
year.
what you do on a Morgan with it, but
Yeah,
or even less on a piece.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. With all the finishes we've been seeing lately, it would not surprise me if that comes next year. Just saying.
Sales of the 2023 U.S. Mint proof set are tracking pretty much the same as last year.
You don't say. Well, there's nothing new or different.
Well, not really. I mean, this issue also appears to be enjoying a small bump in demand from the American Women on Quarters program. So it was something that the numbers were going down. About 100,000 more sets sold last year when they did this, which is
Right.
It's 25%, and they seem to be doing that again this year. Proof sets just don't sell in the quantities that they have in years past, and I just don't think they ever will again.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I think that what's going to happen is they're going to figure something out that people really like, and they like to collect, and they'll just ease into that. Just don't know what that is yet.
Yeah, you're just looking at the pricing of them too. They have the little table down the page a little, and it's like 2016 they were $31.95. Then they dropped the price to $26.95. Then $27.95. And then they stayed at $27.95. And then they went to $32 for a while, and now they're $35. So
yeah,
maybe that's a barometer.
Maybe
that's a barometer of inflation. A lot of people are talking.
That's a barometer of greedflation.
It could be. It could be.
Hate to use that term,
but it's not. I
know it seems like it.
Fairly accurate, I would say.
I think the silver proof sets demonstrated more.
Right. Yeah.
He'll come out later in the year. We'll rail him for that then.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I wonder if Ventress Gibson would come on and do a year after the interview.
Oh my goodness, wouldn't that be fun?
Look, she's got an open forum anytime.
Call the office, man.
Said that. Yeah, maybe I'll blow her out an email.
Shoot him an email. Why not? We'll have her on again. Be great.
The Indiana Innovation Dollars have been released as well.
It's not an automobile accident, Mike. It's not.
I still say it is, but Indiana is the 20th dollar to be released in the series. Mississippi will be released as the last of the 2023 dollars later this year.
Yeah. Does anybody still care about these?
So far, yes.
Okay. Good. Just making sure.
So far, yes. But, I mean, you show me 3 cars stacked on top of each other, I'll show you that.
Jenga. Car Jenga.
There you go. There you go. I like that.
There you go. You can have that. You can do whatever you want with it, buddy.
Thank you. Have you heard of the Queen's Beasts?
Oh, yes. Yes, I have.
They are no longer belong to Her Royal Highness.
What are they, the King's Beasts?
His Majesty, and as such have a new name.
I see it now.
The Royal Tudor Beasts.
That's kind of... Why can't they just say the King's Beasts?
Well, to be really honest with you, I think this is another one of those things that they've done simply because of the
snub factor.
Yeah, it's the perceived lack of popularity. Whether he is popular or not, it's a perceived bummer.
I feel bad for him. Like, come on. I mean,
Maybe that will turn things around for him in the next couple of years. Maybe he'll become beloved, right?
I mean, I get it. You're the king of England and you want for nothing, but man, it's like everybody's just really taken out of him.
They're bashing on him.
I know.
Because he had a long time being the Prince of Wales and just seemingly being that guy.
Is his head on the other side at least?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. At least it's on him.
Look, I mean, it's like we knew they couldn't continue forever as the Queen's piece, right?
Right.
And the designs have certainly changed and look very modern as opposed to the coins of the previous years. But it's hard to say if, this is kind of a departure due to the new monarch or not.
Well, so as we know it, the Queen's Beast series is done. I mean, is over now. It's the Royal Tudor Beast.
They will continue as the Royal Tudor Beasts.
Correct.
Because that's the house.
The House of Tudor.
That they come from. They actually come from the statues of these beasts that are outside of Henry VIII's residence.
That's cool. I didn't know the story behind them. I've seen them. We actually just bought a bunch of them today. I bought 5 ounces and gold ones and a complete set of ones and a bunch of stuff today.
We have a couple of 10 ounces.
Yeah, that might be what we bought. I don't know. We bought a pile.
They're really unwieldy and but one of them is a unicorn.
Yeah,
and that unicorn sells for good premium.
Yeah, they all sell for a decent premium, I think.
Yeah,
but they're cool. They're a cool series. I like them.
Yeah. America's hat once again shows us how to be better people.
Well, look at them.
So, since 1996, National Indigenous Peoples Day has been an opportunity to celebrate First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. So, the Canadian government actually does honor the history, art, tradition, and cultures of Indigenous peoples rather than pushing them off into
reservations. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Okay, just making sure that's where you were going. Picking up what you're putting
down.
No.
I mean, I'm being serious. Though. Yeah. It's like they actually do seem to celebrate their Indigenous peoples. I know that the North American settlers they've got a problem. And
here's an idea, U.S. Mint. Why don't you honor our first people? Why don't you make a Native American series that it actually honors the different tribes across the country? That would be cool.
I think that would. Maybe you could do that as a dollar series.
I
mean, you've got the Native American dollars, and yet,
see,
not really what you're doing.
Not what you're doing. Dear
they're
US
also
Mint.
Actually paying tribute to real people.
Well,
instead of concentrating on real people, how about real peoples?
Groups of people. Yeah, that's what they're doing here.
Right. So they also released a really beautiful commemorative toonie along with a circulating colorized version.
Can't you just say colorized, even though they spell it with a U?
They do spell it with a U, and I just like pointing it out. So this was the first time that multiple artists have collaborated on a single design of a single coin.
It's neat. I mean, I like the color, the colorized design, and
the Dave Coulier.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, no, I mean, I like it. It does. It shows that they honor the 3 different tribes there, and it looks like each tribe has a quarter of the design on the part of the coin that shows their designs, and I think it's cool.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, I do too.
They're neat, and they're decent to look at. It's just that's a coin that pops out at you.
Yeah. Yeah, and not in the way that the Death Toonie popped out at you. That was different.
No. Although still, I like that Death Toonie.
Oh, I don't disagree with you. I think it's cool. But
we coined the phrase for it, though.
Hey, whatever. Wouldn't be the first time we've done something like that.
No. While somewhere, the people for whom the Pop Joy Mint creates coinage also gained a new design. So 2 versions of this coin will be offered, a bimetal version and a silver version.
What is it?
That's kind of the thing is it's like bimetal.
So the story says the 4th coin in Antarctic Glacier series Features the
it's
Saturn
they're
Glacier.
going to do all 7 of the Antarctic glaciers, which are named after they're named after the Roman gods, but basically that's the same as what we've named the planets.
Right.
So Mars, Mercury,
Like-
Neptune. This one is Saturn.
Like if you
and
didn't,
this
if
one
I
is my
didn't,
favorite.
if I didn't know any better, I'd be like, oh, cool, they made a coin about the planet Saturn. You know, like that's what I
this
see in
is
that
the
design.
Antarctic glacier.
Like I see the planet Saturn, and then I see the god Saturn, and then I see something that looks like land, and that's the part that they're actually like trying to commemorate here, and it just totally misses with that. That if you didn't know what this coin was about, you wouldn't have any idea.
Oh, it's Pop Joy Mint. So who's it made for? Collectors,
Well,
right?
yeah, of course, but
So the next one in the series is my favorite, and then Venus.
yeah, and somebody in the chat said Saturn looks like Fabio. He does. He really does.
Hey,
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Fabio Saturn.
Fabio was ripped.
He does. He does. He has like an 8-pack. That dude is ripped.
Got the whole keg.
Get that guy a Band-Aid because he's cut.
Yeah.
Get him some
Absolutely.
tape. He's ripped.
Calm yourself.
Love it. Oh, sorry.
CIT has created a new design that might get some attention.
Who is CIT?
CIT is a bullion seller.
Okay.
So the vault, as CIT is calling it, is a pure silver coin featuring what looks like a bank vault door with a fair amount of detail.
It does have a fair amount of relief, too, it looks like.
Yeah, as I see it, it looks like this may not stack, though.
No.
Could just be the images.
Well,
I just don't see any way that stacks.
with this modern, non-circulating stuff, I don't care if it stacks. Doesn't have to.
No, but you got to package it in rolls, right?
No, why would they do that? They put them in those airtights and put them in fancy packaging that cost twice as much as the coin does. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I do. Unfortunately, I do.
Yeah, I mean that's what they're doing here. I gotta believe it's Cook Island $20.
I don't know.
coin.
I mean, I like the design. I think it's cool, and yet I don't think it's cool. And they could have done better.
I mean, it's
Could have
innovative.
made- you know, can you imagine somebody making this into a coin that actually has a hinge on it and opens?
Well, that
One
would
of those
just
coin-
that would be cool. But then you
that
get
would
into
rock.
a very, very expensive coin because of all the.
Well, yeah, I mean, but they do this with Morgan dollars. They do this with,
You know the guy that's all over the internet that does that, Roman Boutin. He makes some amazing stuff, and that stuff is insanely expensive, like $20,000-$30,000 a piece.
oh, no question about it. But it is like the coolest stuff you've ever seen.
Oh no, it's amazing. The guy does like the
And I
most
think
amazing work
this
I've
is-
ever seen.
This is throwing. Maybe they're throwing the gauntlet down to him.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they want him to make a coin that actually opens and has a
Yeah.
combination. He could probably do it.
I have no doubt in my mind that the little combination dial will turn
Oh yeah.
and all that, and then the big wheel will turn,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He could probably make that for sure.
The heavily anticipated 6th edition of the Cherry Pickers Guide Volume 2 will be launched at the World's Fair of Money in Pittsburgh, August 8th.
I am so excited to get this.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are. I'll tell you what, I was at Summer Seminar, and in the YN auction, we actually had a 6th edition copy of it.
What?
Yeah, and it went for $100.
I bet it did. You can. Well, I mean, you know,
I thought it would go for more than that, honestly.
I would have pretended I was an 8-year-old and been like, $75, sir. You know, like I want this book bad.
So purchases will be limited to 1 book per customer. But if you'd like the ultimate edition, there will be 2 individually numbered copies with book plates autographed by the authors that will go into raffles.
No, this one says, you said 2. This says 10.
At the World Fair of Money. Well, there's 5 days.
2 a day. Gotcha.
2 individually numbered copies of book plates autographed by the authors that will go into raffles held twice each day at the World's Fair of Money.
Gotcha. Understood. That's cool. I can't wait to see that book. That's a long-awaited book. I didn't get.
Yeah. So here's, and this is just me being a noob, right?
Okay.
What is in it that wasn't in the last one?
It's not that it wasn't in the last one. The last one, they haven't put one out in forever. I mean,
Oh,
we're
I know.
talking like over 10 years.
That I know.
So there's going to be tons of new
There
stuff.
hasn't been a lot of discovery, has there?
In varieties? Oh, I bet you there has. New stuff gets discovered all the time.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I've got a coin that I discovered that has an FS number. So it's like, there's all sorts of stuff that gets discovered. It happens all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
And finally, in the news, one of my greatest highlights in doing this podcast is when we interviewed Dave Bowers.
Oh,
and
yes.
He brought stuff from Rarities Night, right?
Yep.
So every year, it's just exciting to me. The Rarities Night catalogs are kind of like coin porn. I mean, they're some of my favorite things to browse when I want to look at truly, truly rare coins. And this year's Rarities Night is no exception.
Yeah. Oh, no, I mean, they're always just like the best of the best, the cream of the crop, monstrous stuff that you love to look at. So
yeah, so I mean, this one has 3-piece medals, 2 of them from Thomas Jefferson.
That's pretty cool.
No, I'm sorry. 1 from Thomas Jefferson, 1 from James Garfield. There's a 50 Franklin half, this graded 66 deep cam.
Ooh, I bet that's pretty.
Yeah, it sold for $66,000.
That must have been a monster. Yeah. $66,000 for a Franklin half is a ton of money, no matter what Franklin half you're talking about.
That's the new record for Franklin halves.
Yeah. No matter which one you're talking about, that's a ton of money.
Yeah. There was an 08 No Motto from the Wells Fargo hoard that graded MS 68 by NGC.
Those are cool. Those actually aren't all that rare.
No, I mean, it only went for $16,000.
Yeah.
And 1915 graded 65 plus by PCGS brought $36,000.
Yeah, that's a little scarcer coin for sure.
And there was a 54D $3 gold piece, 52,008.
Man, that's big time stuff. Big time stuff.
Big stuff. That's why I like Rarities Night. It's just absolutely insane.
Yes, you're not kidding. That's the best part of it.
Yeah. So that was the news.
Great news. I like that.
And the news was brought to us tonight by every single one of your lost socks. You might think we were lost or even stolen by others, but the truth is that we've escaped. You guys won't give up because you'll never find us just saying we're your lost socks.
You're listening to the Coin Show Podcast with Matt Dinger and Mike Nodelman.
Oh, that was a fun news segment, buddy. I really enjoyed that one.
Yes, indeed.
That was cordial, Mike. Mike didn't get too spicy tonight.
No, there was no real need for it.
No, it's not a spicy time of year. Not a spicy time of year. No, not at all. So what do you want to do? You want to go to our video that we recorded, or do you want to do the coolest thing first and close with the video? It's up to you, buddy.
I'd rather go to the video now.
Okay.
Let's go to the video.
Okay. Well, you wanna lead into it real quick, and then I'll just hit play.
I thought we had done that on the interview, but
well, then you guys enjoy this. This is something we recorded a couple days ago with Melissa Kahn about a awesome new group that's coming out. So here we go. Enjoy.
Boy.
You're listening to the Coin Show Podcast with Matt Dinger and Mike Nodelman.
And we are joined by a very special guest. There are some new things happening in the hobby all the time. We like to kind of highlight the new organizations, the new clubs, the new things that come along. We are very proud tonight to announce the debut of a new organization. And are you the president? Are you the...
No, so we're not going to have tiered positions at all. I'm just going to be a founding member
tonight.
Along
she
with
is
the other 3 women. Yep.
Tonight she is a spokesperson.
So
there you go. Yeah,
we are joined. we are fortunate to be joined by the founding member and spokesperson for the group Women of Numismatics. Please welcome Melissa Kahn.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, really. We appreciate you coming in. So, let's see. Tell us a little bit about yourself. You work for David Kahn Rare Coins?
Yes, David is my father. I've been working for him for almost 6 years. And he's been collecting since he was 13 in 1973. And he went full time in 2005.
I have to
so
stop you and say I love your dad. He is one of the nicest, most genuine people I know. I love Dave. Sorry, no, continue.
thank you.
I'm sure you love him
I-
too, but I just had to say I
Yes.
love him.
No.
Yeah, he really, really loves you too.
Oh well, Culver's gift
When I
cards.
told him I was doing this, he was like, Matt is the nicest guy ever. I was like, I know him. So, yeah.
Sorry to
So that's a
derail you
little
there,
bit about
my
me.
fault, but yeah.
Yeah, way to go.
No,
man.
you see, if you guys don't know Melissa, you see her. I see her every time I see her at the major conventions. She is always working behind the table with her dad, showing coins, helping out, figuring deals. I mean, she is in it, you guys. She is out there in the trenches doing the
Not
work.
just a bystander.
Nope, doing the work. So,
Thank you.
So what was it that brought you into numismatics?
So
Yeah.
my dad had always tried to get me and my brother to work for him, but I had a full-time job at the time, and I don't know, I just wasn't happy, and I figured why not do something totally different and try it out, So I started working in 2017 for him, and I started doing, just office, basically running the office, and then I've been getting more into the coin side of it, and I really enjoy it.
nice. So, this new organization that's come up. We got in touch with me the other day, and I said, "Totally, we're doing this. We have to do this." Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing right now?
Sure. So it's myself, Jessica Berkman from Legend, Julia Smith from David Lawrence Rare Coins, and Katie Robucci from Stella Numismatics. We are the
Heavy
founding
hitters.
members. Sorry?
Heavy hitters.
We are the founding members of Women of Numismatics. We're an organization that is going to focus on bringing women, both dealers and collectors, into the field. We want to encourage women to be informed, educated, and welcomed in the numismatic community. I speak from experience that it's a little overwhelming to go to a show as a woman, because as you guys know, our field is mostly men.
It is insanely male dominated. It is
Yes.
insanely old male dominated. We could go on with the descriptors, but we'll leave it alone.
Right.
Yeah. So our goal is really just to, make women feel comfortable and involved in numismatics. And we're really going to focus on education and outreach. We're going to have people do, presentations and seminars, and we're going to try to set up workshops at national shows.
Yeah.
We're going to do scholarship opportunities for summer seminar. And really just try to, give back to the numismatic community and help out with YNs and wherever we can, really.
So, like many other numismatic organizations, you're going to contribute to the hobby, try and grow the hobby, try and bring more people together. One of the things that I've always liked is diversity, right? And I've felt that there is a real lack of it in this hobby at times. And so when you bring women in, when you bring groups of people in, it helps to just broaden our base. It helps to bring the skill sets, a little bit more up to date. Maybe it just brings something different to the table. Unfortunately, what usually happens is, guys have their own little thing off to the side, and then at some point they come to their senses and they allow women to come in, and then women come in and totally dominate it. And that's probably what's going to happen here at some point. But
what?
Yeah.
What are you?
But
what are you talking about?
Hey, you know what? There are so many things that women have figured out better ways to do it. They just have, and I'm just convinced of that. So yeah, I just was saying that I really like the idea of bringing a more diverse, audience to the party.
Yeah. And I also think, as you mentioned in your descriptors, this hobby is a lot of it skews older.
Yes.
And a
Boy.
lot of the women that we have spoken to are younger, and there are some YNs as well. So I think that's another thing that we could offer with this group is, bring in the younger generation and help,
Okay, so let me take you up on that. How do you specifically go after the younger audience? How do you target them?
That's a good question. So I don't know if this is necessarily an age thing, but one of the things that we're going to do that I think is different from other organizations is, a lot of clubs only have one meeting a year at World's Fair of Money or,
Right.
Winter Fun or whatever. So
And then newsletters for days.
What'd you say?
And then newsletters for days.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
yeah, exactly. So, I think one of the things we need to do is utilize technology. Like we're on Zoom right now.
Yep.
So, why not have a monthly Zoom meeting or, something like that? A lot of young numismatists are on Instagram, so we're trying to get into that.
There's Discord, there's TikTok. I mean, there's a lot of different places where you can meet.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same approach as we decided to take is go electronic, go social media, go these rather than traditional media, go the forms of media that are skewed towards younger people, and you'll find a younger audience there.
Yeah, exactly.
So a lot of the clubs and organizations that I am a member of, a lot of times they have relationships with other organizations, and is there any organizations that you guys are really looking forward to working with in this, or is it kind of a come to us and we'll work with you kind of situation?
Yeah, we would welcome anyone that wants to work with us to please, send us an email or see us at a show. I think we're such a new organization that we're really focusing right now on getting the building blocks
Sure.
of Women of Numismatics,
I love
set. And
Have
then
an email address?
We
that
do.
they can send? Okay.
Yes. Our email address is womenofnumismatics@gmail.com. All one word.
Nice.
So yeah, and send us an email if you're interested in membership or have general questions. We all four of us are going to be at World's Fair of Money, and we'd love to meet anyone who wants to come out and say hello.
That's awesome. And I know a couple of you ladies. Obviously, I know you, and I know Jess pretty well. We've done some deals back and forth over the years, and I just think this is such a great idea. I think that it is definitely something that our industry needs, because in our show, we work with a fine young woman, Leanna Spurrier, who helps us with our show, and it's. I every time I talk to her, I'm just like, how do you do this? How do you hang around all these old guys all the time? And how the heck is it that you can keep your sanity? And she just
Tunes
does it.
us out.
She does. she does, and it's just amazing, and it's wonderful to see that this organization is coming together, and I, for one, am going to do whatever I can to help support you guys. So,
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. We really support any organization that is looking to support and expand the hobby. I have a couple of questions for you as far as, you said that you were going to meet more than once a year. Will you meet beyond at just the shows, or will you be meeting virtually, right? You'll be meeting virtually all the time.
I think she said that they're really kind of like hashing that out right now and getting those things laid down on Zoom. And
right now our goal is to have a meeting at Winter Fun and a meeting at World's Fair of Money, and then have Zoom meetings in between that. You know, right now we're thinking quarterly, but that could change.
Sure.
You know, it's hard because, I mean, Matt, you know, you're a dealer. You can't get out from the table at a show. So, you know, it's important to have.
And if I can, I have to
meetings.
schedule it. I have to say, okay, guys, from this time to this time, I
Yeah.
can't be here. So you need to be
Right.
here.
Yeah.
But, and as Matt and I have figured out, that after hours, after the show hours, you're all there anyway. So it's the perfect time to get together, put some ideas together, relax, kick your feet up, which is really what it's all about anyway. It's about the people, it's about the networking, it's about the
drink too much, roll down a hill, stuff like that. Stuff like that.
That's mostly you and your relatives.
No, not me. Not me. I didn't roll down a hill.
So you said that if people want to get more information, they can email you at
Yes.
womenofnumismatics@gmail.com.
Yes.
And we will be sure to post that somewhere.
Heck yeah, I'll post it in the description of the episode. So, is there anything else you want to cover while you have us? I mean, we are yours right now. So, anything you want to talk about?
Our world is your oyster.
That's right. In about Women of Numismatics, please let's talk about it. Let's
please
get
enjoy our
out.
bully pulpit.
Yeah, so we're actually still looking for people to fill the volunteer positions for accounting and bookkeeping, as well as a website development role. So if anyone has any interest in doing that or knows somebody that has an interest in that, we would love to talk to you. And anyone who, has anything that they think would be an interesting, to do a seminar or something like that, we would love to talk to you as well. So
awesome.
But I think that's it.
Awesome. Well, Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We, like I said, if you guys need anything from us, let us know. We're happy to help you guys and do whatever we can to get this out and to anything that's good for the hobby we're 100% behind it. So.
Thank you both so much. I really appreciate you having me.
No problem at all.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Melissa Kahn. Let's see, founder of Women of Numismatics. Thanks for joining us on the Coin Show podcast.
Thanks so much for having me.
That was fun.
Always is.
That was a good time. She was so nice. I wish them the best. I cannot wait to see what those ladies do. It's going to be awesome.
Yes, I wish them nothing but luck, and I will do everything that I can to help support them in their cause, because their mission is basically the same as ours.
That's right, buddy. That's right. Well, you know what?
It's that time.
It's that time where we square off in a death match where we tie our wrists together and stab each other with knives, right? Is that how this goes?
Yeah, something like that.
Is that about right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me hit this button and then we'll get on this.
And I'll bludgeon you.
And now for the coolest thing to walk in this week. A competition segment between Matt and Mike to see who's had the coolest thing walk into their shops. Who'll win this episode? Let's find out. Matt? Mike? Who's got the coolest thing?
Oh, buddy. Who's going first?
If you want, I will light the piano on fire. And
Go for it. Go for it. All right. Yours is come up right now. Here you go. You're up.
We bought a collection last week,
Mm-hmm.
and it had some currency in it. Didn't have a lot of currency in it, but what it had was very, very interesting.
Yeah, looks like it.
And in it, we found at least one set, and I think it's two, of educational silver certificates. So you have in this collection, you have a $1,
Mm-hmm.
you have a $2, and you have a $5. And if you ask me, this series right here, probably the most beautiful.
Oh, there ain't no probably
United
about it.
States ever made.
There ain't no probably about it, my friend. These are the most beautiful notes we ever made. Period.
I mean, the $1 silver certificate has the Constitution, or at least the preamble to the Constitution on it,
Mm-hmm.
right there on the front.
Yep.
The $2 bill has another really, really great scene with children and ladies.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 5, and the 5 is Columbia, if I'm not mistaken. And it's just
So which one of those 3 notes are your favorite? Which design?
I still like the 1 the best.
What?
I do. You can like the 5 all you want.
It's not even close.
My
order,
the 5, right?
My order goes 1, 2, 5.
See, my order goes 1, 5, 2.
Yeah, well, that's where we're different, and we can just agree to disagree.
That's absolutely right.
But I love these notes. These are my favorite series.
No,
every time we buy these, I absolutely love them. So
the
I have
funny thing
one.
is, I've seen them so little that every time I look at these, I see something I haven't seen yet.
Yeah. It's like one of those weird Waldo books. Like you look at it over and over, and every time you don't necessarily find Waldo, but you see all the other funny stuff that's going on.
And it's like the one has Martha Washington on the back.
Mm-hmm. It does.
You're gonna pine for who is it? It's Grant and Chester Arthur.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, now. I love those. Those are, like I said, we have a big blown up framed picture of the 5 hanging on the wall at my office. So I am very partial to those, and super cool. I'm glad you guys bought those. But you know what?
There is also in our currency office, there is a framed print with a letter.
Okay.
I
don't have pictures of this.
Of these.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Well, that's super cool. I bought something really cool this week, too. This is going to be a grudge match, my friend.
Well, that's the way it's supposed to be, right?
Right. Because this week in my office, we bought an $1,800 $5 gold piece.
Those are always cool.
And this one has been certified as AU58 by NGC. So absolutely, the reverse of the coin is what I would consider to be mint state. It's got a lot of luster. The obverse is where you see a little bit of wear on the coin, and hence the grade. But man, that heraldic eagle on gold is just something else, man. And then obviously the turban head on the front. These things, every time I see these things, they give me the goosebumps, man. They're super cool coins. I have spent about a half an hour with this coin, studying it, looking at it, with a glass, just kind of sitting there admiring it because, as a dealer, as a small to mid-sized dealer, we don't handle these things every day. There's some dealers that have 50 of these in stock. Not me. So, when we get these kind of coins, it's just something that you kind of have to enjoy them and savor them. So that's what I'm doing with this coin by putting it up here.
When we had the 10 come in last year, it was by far one of the coolest coins I have ever seen.
I know.
I just love this 1700s gold. It's just great. It's really nice stuff.
And this one's cool because it is 1800. It is the first year. It's not the late 1700s, because if this was like a 1798, it's a much more expensive coin. An AU58, that would be like a $60,000 coin. So just a couple of years difference makes a big difference in price as well.
But AU is like the perfect grade for a coin like this.
Right. This is a grade that, even like, it's not cheap. It's not a cheap coin by any means, of course, but it's definitely, it's in the realm of possible for a lot of people.
This is attainable.
Yes. It's not unobtainium like some of the stuff that we see. This is a coin that it can be afforded. So
I have to tell you that on a scale of 1 to 10, this is like $5 worth of cool.
Yeah.
And I've got $8 worth of cool. So we're gonna see what everybody else thinks.
It's gonna be a grudge match. I'm telling you, this episode,
every episode.
Not last episode. You got squished into the dirt.
Spanked.
Yes, you
I
did.
got spanked really hard on something that I shouldn't have been.
Yes, I know. But
so whatever. That's 2 in a row.
You guys can vote on these. Go to our page on Facebook, Friends of the Coin Show on Facebook. We're going to put up a poll here in just a little bit. Vote on on who had the coolest thing.
And
You
not that
guys
I would
get to
love for
determine.
everybody to vote, but I'd really rather have it be people with good taste because
Oh,
obviously
then I would win. Right. Perfect. Thanks. Yeah, that'd be great.
Jace last couple of weeks. Just saying.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Friends of the Coin Show on Facebook. If you're not a member, come join. Hang out with us. We're there all the time. We do all sorts of fun stuff there.
It's a cool place because with Friends of the Coin Show, it's a closed group. You get to see pretty much everything that everybody says.
Not to mention there's
communication.
Not to mention there's something like 5,000 people in there. So I mean, it's not a little group by any means.
It's a very active group.
Very active, yes. A lot of people, a lot of information,
And
a
you
lot
can
of
post anything you want in there except offers to sell.
Yep, no selling. As long as it's coin related.
No selling and buying, but you want to share, you want to ask, you want to learn, you want to teach.
Yep. Come on.
All there for you.
Yep, that's right. Well, sir, can you believe it? We just knocked out episode 222.
222 has been too long.
No, it hadn't.
We got to this. We need to get here faster. So, this is summer.
Mm-hmm.
Summer, we always slow down a little bit. We're going to try not to as much this year.
Yeah, we got some stuff cooking.
Yeah, we've got some stuff going on. I really do invite you to go to womenofnumismatics.com and check out their website. You can join, you can support this. You do not have to be a woman to support this group.
Yeah, I'm going to join in the supporter level, which is we something that we didn't cover in the interview, and we should have. But yeah, I asked her after. I was like, so you have to be a woman to join, and she said, no, it's they have the woman, they have a women's tier, I guess you would call it, and then they have a supporter for everybody. So.
Even if you're not a woman, you can still help support
knowing these some of these ladies personally, they're all awesome numismatists. There's a lot to learn from these people. They get to handle.
These are not like low end dealers either. These are some of the bigger dealers in coins.
Yeah, very nice ladies. I know them all. I know most of them very well. So there you go.
So let's see. So, do you have anything else that you want to pass along to?
No, buddy, I'm good.
Okay. I want to invite anybody to go to the Numismatic portal.
Oh,
where you can now find all of the old episodes of the Coin Show podcast. So, if there's an episode that you can't find, it's on Newman.
Yep, enshrined forever in the library.
Or impounded forever, whichever way you want to look at it. But yeah, I'm very proud that we have our work there. Yep. And let's see, Matt is going to be in Pittsburgh in August.
Yep, that's right. Coming up
in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And I am not, but Russ will be there.
Russell will be there. Maybe we'll make some stuff together. We'll run around and he'll be all muscular and I'll be all fat and it'll be great.
Oh, God, you should have seen what he posted today.
I saw it. Trust me, I saw it. Guy's built like a tank.
Well, I mean, he does kind of work at it.
He does. He works out. He must work out.
A little bit. Anyways, so let's see. I appreciate the new sponsor tonight, even though it was kind of taunty. It
was a good one.
We'll have to see how they go. Apparently, we've had contact from the excuses people again.
Oh no!
But we're still trying to get paid for the last time. So,
check's still in the mail.
No, they said something about electronic transfers and
Nigeria.
Supply chain issues, which didn't make any sense to me.
No. Sounds like an excuse. Wait a minute.
So thank you to Justin.
Yep.
For monitoring the chat tonight and for taking care of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks to our unnamed source Barry for monitoring the Facebooks. Thank you to Fuzzy and to Ernesto just for doing everything that they do every day. Thank you to Leanna.
Yep.
And thank you to Russ for being a part of our insane crew.
He's not wrong.
Some news for you.
Oh, last minute news?
Yes, last minute news. I have been approached about appearing on television.
What?
as a numismatist
No.
on a nationally syndicated show.
What?
It's
Cool.
nothing big. It's nothing.
Hey, I love
but
it, man.
you'll find out more details as this comes.
Cool. That's awesome. That's super cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
So thank you to all those people who helped. Thank you to Matt for joining us. And thank you to everybody who listened, because without you, this endeavor is pointless.
No, it's not. We'd still
Give us a listen, pass this on to your friends, share, like, subscribe, do all those kind of things. And for the Coin Show podcast, I'm Mike.
And I'm Matt.
We will talk to you next time, episode 223 of the Coin Show podcast.
You've been listening to the Coin Show podcast with Matt Dinger and Mike Nodelman. Tune in next time when the boys bring you another. You can find them wherever you get your podcasts, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, on our website at www.coinshowradio.com. You can also join our private Facebook group where everyone sees every post. Just search Facebook for Friends of the Coin Show and ask to join. If you'd like more, you can become a subscriber on Facebook or join our Patreon at www.patreon.com/thecoinshow. If you sign up at the $5 month level or higher, you'll have access to exclusive content on patreon.com on the off weeks, including the Not the Coin Show podcast. Thanks for listening to the longest running coin podcast in the world of numismatics. This has been the one and only, the original. This has been the Coin Show podcast.
Hey, everybody. Whoa. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, I was
everybody.
going to say, I got you. Yeah.
I will tell you what, that one felt really, really good.
It was a fun show. It was a fun show. It was a great show.
That one, you know how I'm my own worst critic.
Yeah.
And usually when I hate the show, it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, maybe the show was terrible then. Maybe that's what it was.
I'm hoping not.
You liked it. It must be
I did.
garbage. Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing tonight? I see you all here hanging out. I'm just going to run through and say hi to everybody real quick.
Absolutely.
Ron Dorley,
Thank
Joe Bohannon, Austin Fearby, Silver Crown King, Barry, of course, Aaron F., Matt Porse, Nick Davies, Joshua Wright, Justin's here, Southern Coin, hello. See who else haven't I got to? Matt Porse is here. Southern Coin again. Southern Coin, Aaron F. You guys are awesome chatting it up. Coin and Card Hobbyist, thank you for hanging out with us tonight, you guys. We really enjoy seeing you guys here. So it is so nice to have you guys around. Trying to figure out why my chat box isn't showing, but that's okay. That's okay. We can work on these things. Oh, well.
All right. I was just answering a question in the chat.
I found it. I found the chat box. Hello, chat box.
David Freilich. Hello.
Good to see you, chat box.
Southern Coin was here.
Yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out after. We love seeing you guys here.
Absolutely.
Boy, I am getting excited about the A&A. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a blast. Because not only am I going, I'm taking my oldest Rugrat with me. I'm taking Jack to his first major
You gonna get him
show.
drunk?
No, of course he's 13. No, of
So
course not.
what?
No.
Okay, just asked.
No. No. This kid's
Just
going.
asked.
This kid is going. Whoa. Sorry, I hit the button. There we go. This kid's going to have a blast. He has never been to a big show. The biggest show he's been to is about 60 tables. He has no idea what he's in for. I'm going to work him like a slave driver. He's going to be carrying heavy boxes and moving all sorts of stuff around. So he's not going to like me when we're done. But that's okay because he's going to have the time of his life. He loves this stuff. He loves coins. He loves all this stuff. So he could be a page. That's right. Yeah, that's a good point. Make him some money. You know what the funny part about him is, though? he loves this stuff so much. He's probably already scheming on how he's going to put his stuff in my case to try to sell it. So that's
You know what? I think it's really, really sweet, and I think it's really great. It's like you two are going to have a great time out of town, buds on the road.
Yep.
No, you're going to be hanging out in the hotel room, ordering room service.
Yep. Yep.
Get him some root beer so he can belch with you. You know, you just have a good time.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like that's what I'm looking forward to the most is just spending some time with my dude. So
Absolutely.
you know, he has naturally shown a tendency to enjoy this stuff. And it's not been anything that I've been like, yeah, you gotta come, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. It's a natural thing. He loves hanging out at my office with me, so
And he seems to have the personality for it too.
oh, I don't know about that. He's a 13-year-old, so he's kind of a jerk to everybody right now. But hopefully he'll grow out of that part of it. You know how those 13-year-olds are.
I do. I do.
So-
I also know how cranky coin dealers can
That's
get.
true. That's a good point. So no, he's good. He is. I call at the office. I call him the chief penny sorter. So
Okay.
that's his job, chief penny sorter and toilet
He had
scrubber.
an executive vice president in charge of copper cents.
Yes. Yeah. Well, no, he's what is it? Foreman of waste management.
Okay.
That's his supervisory position.
That means he has to make sure the garbage is done.
That's right. He takes the trash out. He scrubs the toilet. That's his job too. He swept yesterday. He was Swiffering the entire store, so that was a part of it. Yeah, I mean, he's starting from the bottom. He doesn't get any special treatment because he's the boss's kid.
Except the fact that he got hired at 13 because
Well, you know, you act like I pay him. I don't pay him. No, I'm just kidding. he makes a little bit, but
Yeah.
he enjoys
he does
it.
okay.
And that's the best
He's got a
part.
gold coin.
No, he did. He worked himself. He worked that all up on his own. So
Yes, he did, but had to make money to do that.
he did. So I'm so excited about that, you guys. That's so much fun. I'm gonna try to make some content with him. Last time we tried to make some content, it didn't go real great because he was kind of trying to be too hammy, and I didn't like it. So I never ended up releasing it because it was just kind of too hammy. But hopefully, he's matured a little bit. And there's
Don't count on that yet.
well, yeah, we'll see. There's 3 of us going too. I'm taking Spencer with me too. So it's gonna be me, Spencer, and the Jackster, and we are gonna just be coin bros for a week in Pittsburgh.
You guys are gonna have a great time.
You know, and then Russell will be there, and it's just gonna be a blast. We're gonna work our butts off and have a great time. So that's all I really have coming up lately, and I'm stoked about.
Well, what about that Indianapolis show? Is that next month that we're going down
No, it's not until
September?
November, I think. It's
November.
towards the end of the year. But yeah, Mike and I, if you guys are in the Midwest and around the Indiana area, Mike, Russ, and I will all be at the Indiana State Coin Show together.
Yep.
That is coming up. I believe it's in November this year. So if you have a chance to get to that, it's about 100 dealers. It's a decent couple-day show.
And it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be running around and causing trouble. The people that run that show love me. So I pretty much will have free reign to do whatever the heck we want to do in there. If I want to swing from a chandelier in the room, I probably could. Those guys like me that much. So, but yeah, so that'll be fun. We'll get to make some content there. We'll get to hang out. That's the most important part, is going to hang out.
Yeah. And that's what we'd like to do with our listeners.
Yeah. So if you guys are going to be there, you're welcome to come
I just want
along.
to be there. You come hang out with us.
Come hang out. We'll take you out to dinner. We don't know. You know.
I was just out in Colorado at the summer seminar.
Yeah. How was that?
Ran into a few people who've heard the podcast before out there.
Nice.
It's really nice. It's always flattering, you know, when people are complimenting you on your work. And there was this one kid, Josh, that I really liked. He listens to the show and he says to me, he says, yeah, you know, we were in the class together. And he's like, yeah, you know, it's sometime I got to get over to at least talk to him for a couple of minutes. And I'm like, dude, come here, sit down. Let's have some food. You know, it's like
Yeah.
they're at a meal, talk quite a bit afterwards. And, you know, it's just, we had a good time. We hung out a little bit and I consider him to be one of my friends now.
Nice. I love that. Oh, Aaron just corrected me. It's October 27th. It's probably the 27th and 28th, or the 26th and 27th. It's usually a 2-day show,
Okay.
that Indiana show. But no, sorry. No, that's awesome, and that's one of the things I love about meeting people that listen to the show. I know at the A&A, several people are going to come up to me and say hi. That's one of my favorite things. Don't be shy. I'm just a normal fella. I'm a coin dealer.
Very approachable,
Yes.
and look, we love nothing more than saying hello to people.
Yeah, heck yeah.
It lets us know that what we're doing is actually getting out to people.
Yep. I find out that some of my friends that I've been friends with for a long time, like Andy at the last show, he sat down and was like, "Yeah, I've been listening. I totally forgot about that about him. I mean, I've known him for years,
Yeah.
but I totally forgot about that about him until he told you that." And it was like, "Oh yeah, right." Like,
And you
just
know what's
nuts.
really funny is if you ask, I mean, a lot of times we have some swag.
Oh yeah, we'll have super secret giveaway stuff too on us. Yeah.
So yes,
We need to come up with a magic
and
word, like a
notably,
code
this
word.
part of our show is not in the part that goes up to YouTube. Not,
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
in it, but only if you watch it live.
Yeah, because this gets edited out. You know, nobody wants to listen to
Yes.
this on their
Part of it will
iPod.
be edited out, so you'll know a little bit of something
It's a
extra.
super secret. Like,
You also know something else. You know how I always said that you would get it. I wanted to make Twitter more of a exclusive.
yeah.
Twitter is so exclusive now that we
No.
don't have any followers. They've basically shut off our account because we haven't used it.
Oh,
I
wah,
know.
wah.
The only reason I bring that up is because if you want to take it out of our thing,
Oh, okay. I will.
I want to take Twitter out of that. Maybe put like Instagram or something like that into it instead.
Well, Instagram's right next to the Twitter there, buddy.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't have it ingrained in my.
And I will say that I have been slacking on making shorts lately. I have been working on a couple of
Dude, there's a lot of things
I
you
know.
are doing. None of them are slacking.
No,
okay?
I've been working on a couple of really huge things for my office, which is news to come later, which you guys will hear about. But just some really interesting stuff's going on right now. So I apologize. I'm going to try to get back to those. I plan to kind of enjoy this holiday weekend and then hit it again. So hope you guys enjoy your holiday weekend and that you all end up safe with all your fingers. I had an incident.
Let's not lose any body parts.
I told you the story that I may or may not have blown up my neighbor's car a few years ago on accident. Did I tell you the story?
No,
It's a good one.
I don't think you have told me this
This is
story.
a good one. So I live in a cul-de-sac, right? And every year,
I now know this. Yes, you do.
every year, I like to get fireworks. Used to.
Well, he lives in Indiana where they're
legal. Yep. You can shoot up whatever you want. And all my neighbors come out. We hang out in the cul-de-sac, rip off some fireworks, and just enjoy the 4th of July together. And it's really nice. You know, all the neighbors except for the people that live right next door to me. They like to keep to themselves, and that's fine. It's perfectly fine.
Nothing wrong.
Except this year, the year that this happened, they were in their house just hanging out, and we were all out shooting fireworks, and they just happened to leave their garage door open. And I may or may not have lit a firework that decided it was going to project itself into my neighbor's garage, bounce underneath their car, and then land on the hood of the car and detonate.
Wow.
Yeah, in their garage. It was not something I intended to do.
Skyrocket, huh?
No, it was a mortar.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Yeah, and it was a talk with your neighbor, I'm sure.
It was a very hefty check from Matt to my neighbor to repair the damage to his car. But it's just funny that every other neighbor in my court was outside except those guys. They were all outside running away from the fireworks like I was because they were going everywhere.
The neighbor was smart.
Yeah, maybe they wanted
not participating in the mayhem.
Yeah. So anyways, that's my fireworks story about how I blew up my neighbor's car and had to write him a very large check because of it. So
that's a cool story. I will tell you, I have a 4th of July story.
Oh, I've never heard any of your 4th of July stories. Hey, David, thank you so much. I see that you said there. Really enjoy the shorts. Yeah, I really enjoy making them. It's just I have a billion things going on right now. So after the holiday, like I said, I'm going to use it to kind of zen, get myself focused and centered again, and I'll get those pumping back out. So,
there are a lot of people over the years that have kind of hinted at the fact that I might be an instigator, and I deny this vehemently. I've never tried to start any stuff with anybody.
Okay.
However, I used to live in the city of Chicago proper.
Okay.
And I lived in a neighborhood called Canaryville.
Okay.
And it's not that far from downtown. It is a fairly densely populated area. And we lived 2 doors down from somebody related to the police commissioner.
Uh-oh.
So every year, confiscated fireworks ended up, for whatever reason, at their house. And they put on one hell of a fireworks show every single
Right.
year. But there was a game that they played that I don't think anybody should take up or try to play by themselves, but it only works in a city.
Roman candle dodgeball?
Oh, no. That's dangerous. No, this is harmless. This is fun. So it just involves a lot of cars and car alarms. So what they did was they would take an M80 or a quarter stick or something, and they would throw it out into the street. And when it went off, the concussion blast would set off car alarms. And whoever set off the most car alarms won.
Oh, wow. You guys,
So you had to wait for them to reset and everything, and then it was time for the next one.
But your neighbors loved you. Woo.
It wasn't me. It was my neighbors that were doing that.
Well, how did you know about this game if you weren't involved, Mike?
How could you not know about it when you live 2 doors down from
Well,
it?
I know, but you know specifics. I feel like I'm grilling you like an attorney here.
I will tell you that
You know
was
specifics.
I was maybe a fan and observer, but never a participant.
Plausible. I'll believe you. We'll move on.
Yeah. But yes, the car alarm game was really something.
Wow, that's fun.
Oh, and if it was your alarm going off, man, people got mad about it.
Oh, I bet.
It's like then turn your alarm off.
That's crazy. Well, but anyways, the whole we get back to it. We hope you guys have an awesome 4th of July weekend.
Don't do any of the things that we talked about.
That's right. Nope. Keep all your fingers, hopefully. It's hard to hold coins when you're missing fingers, just saying. So.
Loops are hard to use with
That's true. So you guys, thank you for hanging out.
Into a t-shirt. Can't use a loop with a stump.
Oh my god! No, that's not going to go on our merch store.
No.
Not going on the merch store.
Okay.
But I have been getting some compliments on the merch I've been wearing, which is my Coin Nerd shirt. It says Coin Nerd, has the arrow pointing right up. I've been getting tons of compliments on that in the office. So yeah, there's one there, one of the merch shirts. So it's fun. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for hanging out with us again. You guys that stick around are the best.
Yes, absolutely.
We love each and every one of you.
Anybody figured out the secret contest tonight?
What secret contest? Oh, yeah. If you figured out a secret contest, send an email to Mike@coinshowradio.com letting him know what the answer to the secret contest was, and you could earn some swag.
Yeah.
Look at that. More exclusives just for hanging out with us after the show. So you guys have a wonderful